Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I know you get so tired of hearing about these videos and me talk about these videos. I've been talking to a lot of people and they've been going through a lot of stuff, man. And they've been talking about their quitting. When I say quitting, either video games, action figure, or gym shoes, man. They're talking about they letting this stuff go because they are not in a place or a headspace to do this with enjoyment, man. So you know what? I understand that. Sometimes you gotta put shit that's not in your best interest. You gotta put that aside and leave it where it's at, man. You know what? I go by what it is that I need to do first, man. You know what? This hobby is just a hobby. Hobby don't pay no damn bills. If I do the YouTube stuff, it may pay some bills. But like I said, I just reinvest in the damn channel. And I know y'all say, what the hell you mean by that? The stuff that I buy. You can't talk about stuff if you don't buy stuff. You can't have an opinion on something if you don't know shit about it. When I was talking about, the Street Fighter figures being like damn near 4 inches or 5 inches, and they're not a comparable size to all the other figures. I'm saying that they're quality figures, but they don't size well when you put them up there next to, everything else, because everything else is either 6 or 7 inches. Then I was talking about, the Sega stuff, which is 4 inches, and that's a little different, man. So you got discrepancy in sizes, man, and you sitting there thinking to yourself, and I know you like, what the hell do this got to do with collecting? Dude, a lot, because you sit there and looking like half of this shit don't match, and you like, oh, then you can't find nothing, you feeling about stuff sold out, online, on pre-order, you go to the store, you can't find it, man, it's like you in a toy desert, and you sitting here trying to find out, how's everybody getting all this stuff? Like I said, you may hear this over and over from me, but it's happening over and over, and I'm steady getting comments about this, as far as Instagram, Facebook, because people are leaving comments on all this stuff, letting me know how they feeling. And dude, I could understand that, because at the end of the day, it all makes sense. It makes sense that you're supposed to keep, trying to do better. And you know what? I believe a lot of people think when they watch YouTubers, they have FOMO on certain stuff. No, it's not FOMO half of the time. It's you see the item, and you be like, man, I've been looking for that for the longest. Man, I've been wanting that version of Batman for the longest, man. That's how it is sometimes. You've been waiting for that, then it finally drop, and you like, man, I could pick this up. It's like when you get the G.I. Joe and Serpentor came out. For the Raw, now G.I. Joe Classified, you got Serpentor. Serpentor, they supposed to did another release on him, and he never came out again. Dr. Manbender, the same thing. I understand these are like, one-offs and stuff, exclusives, but man, it's a lot of this stuff that happened with these particular toy lines behind me that you get upset about, and you can't find none of this stuff. And if you can't find it, man, you willing to back off, and you starting to think to yourself, do I really need to get it at this point? This is why a lot of shit is sitting with people who resell. Because people are like, you ain't gonna pay double or triple if you don't have to. And, if you got to do all that, you sitting there like for one figure. Man, I'm at the point right now where I'm like, man, look, if I got to do all that, I'm going to be done with this. And I was telling that to a lot of people, and they were like, man, you ain't going to be done with it. I said, man, you know what? I'm going to take my time and see what I'm going to do next. That's what you got to look at. You got to take your time. You can't keep worrying about what everybody else is doing. At the end of the day, nobody else paying none of your bills. Nobody else know what you're going through. Nobody know where you at on shit, man. You got to make sure you make it make sense for yourself. Like I said, man, you could sit here and make over $100,000 a year. And you know what? If you got $100,000 worth of bills and all of that stuff, you ain't made no money. You just living to pay your damn bills. You got to live beneath. And see, a lot of times people don't understand. With me, dude, you got to make your own shit make sense. You got to make it all make sense for yourself. You can't sit here and worry about everybody else. You got to make sure it works for yourself. The stuff that you buy, you got to be happy with. You got to live with this stuff. You don't buy a whole bunch of BS, then all of a sudden be like, man, this is not what I'm feeling. I don't feel none of this. Of course you're not on Philly. It didn't make sense for you in the first place to buy it. You know, all of this stuff, when people say, man, it's about, I can't believe it, man. This person is quitting and they saying all this stuff. They're tired, they're frustrated, they're angry, stuff is wrong. It's wrong because it's been wrong for a long time. But we've been trying to fix shit as of late. Sometimes I can't find stuff in the particular toy lines that I'm interested in. And I look to the other ones, man, and I gotta look hard because sometimes you don't find it nowhere. Like I said, I've been going through certain toy lines and I'm like, man, this is how I get sales on stuff. I can't find them for G.I. Joe this week or, for that budget period. I go to DC Multiverse. If not, I go to Motu. If not, I go to Funko Pops. I go to whatever it is I collect and I see if it's anything available in there. If it's not, I just leave it alone for the minute. Because, man, you can't just buy shit. And I learned that a long time ago. You can't just buy shit. Because it'll just be sitting there because you really don't want it. But fam, you know what? This is just me talking. And thank you for listening. Till later, peace out.